Are you hesitant on going to a dispensary for your first time? Like the way I'm hesitant on making this video? Let me stop. No, this video is for you out there that is a little hesitant, a little nervous, a little new to this whole cannabis world and to dispensaries. So keep watching this video if this is your first time and you are new to this cannabis world. Before I get into this video, I do want to encourage you on the other side to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Only because cannabis content creators, we are not really liked by these internet algorithms. So the more activity that you put on our page, the extra activity that you put on the page, the likely our page will be found. So I would appreciate if you comment. And what I like to know, if you can comment below, oh, that rhymes, if well, what you're smoking on while you're watching this video. And if you don't have any smokes yet and you're still waiting on going to the dispensary, let me know what you would want to be smoking or consuming while watching this video. Let me know what you have a taste for. Well, welcome to my channel, Marissa Gone. I am Marissa, and today we're getting gone in a really cool video. It might be a little lengthy. We'll see how it goes. But stick around if you want to know how to walk through dispensaries in Maryland and DC. I'll talk about dispensaries in DC because that's a different world. Recreational dispensaries in DC are very different versus medical dispensaries in Maryland. So let's get into it. Number one, I want to do three things that you should know and reflect on before going into the dispensary, just to make it easy. So number one, what is your background in cannabis? What are your feelings on cannabis? Background meaning, do you know anything? How do you feel about it? Is there this negative stigma on cannabis that you kind of grew up with, but now you're learning that it's really good for healing any kind of pain that you may have? Have you learned that it's really great for anxiety and PTSD and stress? Have you learned it's great for inflammation in your muscles and your joints post-workout or post-procedure, post-surgery? What are your feelings? What's your background? Okay? These are things that a bud tender, as myself, would want to know as well. We are the happy medium. The happy medium. So I said that the other day to my mom, how I am a happy medium. I literally am happy to be working with weed, and I am a medium in so many ways. But a medium in this sense, as I'm right in between the cannabis world and you and what you want to experience. It's all about you, your experience, and how you want to consume cannabis. So these are three things to really reflect on. So number one, your background and your feeling. Number two, do you want to smoke it? Do you want to ingest it? There's a lot of ways to ingest. Or do you want to have it topically, like lotion? Like you don't want to even get high. You don't want that euphoria. You just want to feel the pain subside. You want a nice good massage. You want to just relax and detox with a nice bath. There's different ways to consume cannabis, and it's all really great for you. It all is. But one thing that I want to emphasize is that we have to be very conscious of everything that we put in our body, and especially cannabis, because this world is big, cannabis, and in general. We have to be very conscious over what we consume. And this goes in way more terms than just cannabis. We have to be very conscious over everything we consume. But this cannabis world specifically, there is good in the bad and bad in the good. So there are companies, there are brands whose beliefs do not align with mine or a vast majority of others. 2020 is this huge vision, so everything is being put on display. So being conscious of what we're consuming is what I'm trying to emphasize. Of how do you want to consume it? You know, do you want to smell like it? Do you not mind smelling like it? flower would be cool. You want to smoke it? Okay. Do you have neighbors? Are you living in an apartment? Maybe you can't even smell. You can't stink it up. Well, it doesn't stink. I love the smell of cannabis. But to other tenants in a home, to other apartment roommates, you know, you have to be conscious of everything. Mindful. Number 3, what kind of high do you want? Do you want more like an upper, like a creativity, more for going to work, more for laughter, more for just an upper, uplifting feeling? Like if you are allowed to go to a job where you can be happy and high, awesome. There's strains for that. Or do you want more like a downer, more for body relaxation, more for after work, before bed? Do you have trouble sleeping? That's a different kind of high. There's also different kind of highs with your hunger. Do you want the munchies or do you want to suppress the munchies? Because those are different strains. So what kind of high do you want? Now it's like after you thought over how you want to consume, now let's get more specific. How do you want your high? Do you want an upper or a downer? So there's a sativa, that's your upper, and an indica, that's your downer. Now to remember the two, really easy, really easy. Indica, couch. So that's the downer, that's the body. Couch, indica. So you're going to be more relaxed. Sativa, think of it in the city. City, sativa. You got to be on it. You got to be alert. You got to be focused. You got to be not everywhere, but you got to be up enough to see that there's a lot of action going on right now. So let me not be indica in the couch because I have to be a sativa. I got to be up. So there's these differences. Those are your sativa and indica difference. Okay. And that is a fun and easy way to remember that. Hybrid, now hybrid is just right in the middle. You're getting 50-50. Now some hybrids lean 60-40 or 70-30, 70-30. It's great sometimes depending on what kind of high. So this is all things you have to reflect. Okay. Now I want to continue this video, but I want to change location. And before I change location, we have to be careful of where we consume our weed because different places have different laws and regulations. So here in Maryland, I can consume in my home and I have a yard, so I am pretty safe. So before we change location, I want to keep on Maryland first and other states where it is medically legal, but Maryland is where I get my knowledge from. I'm pretty sure laws are the same. In Maryland, you can consume in your home. Dispensaries are only for medical licensed patients. Now, getting your license is very easy for Marylanders. And like I was saying, if Maryland has followed other states, I'm pretty sure other states is very similar. You register, you create an account with the state. The state's website has got everything. It's got your account, so it's got all your information, and it's got doctor providers list of all these doctors that will provide your certification for your medical license. Okay, this website is awesome. It's the state website. They got it all. They have to regulate everyone and everything. So create an account, pay a fee, wait for them to email you back with that approval number, letter, certification. Call up a doctor from the website. It's all the doctor on the website. Okay, it's a huge, vast list. Okay, there is an abundance of doctors out here. And then you call your doctor up. Because of this 2020 distancing time, a lot of it is over the phone, so it's very quick. The longest process, honestly, is waiting for the state to email you back, and that's mainly just because of a lot of people being home. So the state is kind of over flooded with applications. So that is the longest part. Once you get your medical card and you find a dispensary and you start looking for dispensaries, again, be conscious of these dispensaries, be conscious of reviews, be conscious of the menu. Go to the website, their actual dispensary website, not through Leafly or Weed Maps or any other third-party services, because sometimes that will be outdated. I've learned my lesson. Go to their actual dispensary website and see their menu. That will be the most updated menu. Okay. do some searching, start to see your prices, start to see what's averaging for 3.5 grams or an eighth is what it's called, and start to compare, you know, start to do some online research, online shopping. A lot of these sites and dispensaries are now doing online shopping, so you can place your order online. Of course, when you get to the dispensary for your first time, you may have to fill out some paperwork for the first time, but once you do it once, that's enough, because you're already going to be in their system. And then that's about it for, I guess, choosing your dispensary in Maryland. Now, in our next scene, upcoming, in DC, it's very different. So let's go there. And we're back. In DC though, in front of the Capitol. So I want to finish this video pretty quickly because the sun is beaming on me right now. So as far as dispensaries in DC, be very careful because most of them will be recreational. And so as far as recreational goes, there are no regulations. And now because there are no regulations, things do get a little bit gray in this area. So be very conscious over the cannabis you're about to consume. So really ask these bud tenders way more questions of where is this from? See and start to dig deep into their mind and how much they know, so that way you can trust each other. Because when it comes to the recreational side, like I said, I want to emphasize this. It is unregulated, so very, 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 like, be careful. Like, do your research, be very conscious of where you're putting your money. These companies, these brands do not have beliefs that align well with these movements that are happening here in DC, in the nation's capital. 2020 is literally all about clear vision, and I want to emphasize this as well, is be careful of where you are putting your money. A lot of these brands believe terrible things and do not apologize for things that they say. So be very careful. These movements are here for a reason, so that we all awaken to what is going on with businesses and what's going on with power, pretty much, and where people are putting their power. So being very conscious of where you're putting your money as far as cannabis goes is a step in the right direction for me. One side note I want to point out before I end this video is, if you are a Maryland resident, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last one, but if you're a Maryland resident and you have your medical card, you can bring your medical card to DC. But if you're a DC resident and you have your DC medical, you can't go to Maryland. I'm not sure about other states, but that is what is DC and Maryland relationship like. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, make sure you comment, share with other like-minded people that might have been hesitant on going dispensaries. Leave some more questions for me, I'll answer them. Until then, Marissa is gone. I am nice and sweaty. Oh, before I leave, places where you should smoke after dispensary. You cannot smoke out here in federal lands, no federal parks. You can smoke, however, in your car, keys out of the ignition, and in front of your house. Or in your home. Great option, right in your backyard. But when it comes to DC, be very mindful of where you are consuming your cannabis. If you are in your car, as mentioned, make sure your keys are out, okay? Now I'm done this video. Until next time, y'all, Marissa is gone. I hope this video is helping you and shedding some light. If it is, please comment some like light emojis down below, or just like this video and share it with others that would need some light to be shine on a dark little thought of hesitant. Because sometimes hesitation will stop you from going and doing things that otherwise you know you'd have fun doing. But it's okay. It's okay. I do the same stuff too. Alright, that is it for everything with Maryland. Now let's go to DC. I hope that really came out well.